have to watch this video before the eclipse reaches its full expression on the 30th so you can figure out how to navigate this as gracefully as possible. Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leeor Alexandra. Welcome to the B community. On this channel, we talk about the law of attraction, spirituality, self-development, and so much more. And a couple times a month, I like to tap in, take some deep breaths, pull some cards, acknowledge my astrologers, my astrology books, and feel into the energy, the cosmic energy of the month. And so I did that for this week, this month's new moon, the second new moon, the black moon in Taurus. It's on April 30th. And this is what I came up with today. But before we get into the video, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, which is me, your favorite neighborhood girl boss. If you guys don't already know, I have these beautiful talismans. This is alchemybyla.com. These are my amulets. So what we do is we create these spiritual pieces of protective jewelry that protects you from evil eye and negative energy, but they amplify anything positive that is thrown at you and anything positive that you feel and think. The way that these work is they have 3 Hebrew letters on them. Each one, we have 7 or 8 now. They manifest the intention of the wearer, but they also have their own intention. So you can choose cosmic love, like I'm wearing. I'm calling in love. Last time I wore cosmic love, I got into one of the most beautiful relationships of my life. So it's time to call that in one more time. And then balancing, which I always wear. This is the solid gold balancing, and this is just the sterling silver plated in 18 karat gold. Cosmic Love, the mini and the original, so you see the size difference. Basically, according to the Sefer Yetzirah, or the Book of Creation, each 3-letter code is one of the 72 names of God. It's how the entire universe was created, the building blocks of life. You can find out more about each amulet on alchemybyla.com, and because it's such a beautiful astronomical event this month, I do want to give you 15% off, which is a big deal. We usually don't do 15% with the code New Moon. It'll be in the description as well. And this ends on the 30th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you can get 15% off your entire order, get it for your friends, for your loved ones, for yourself. And it's also 15% off solid gold as well. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you for supporting my company. It's how I keep the channel going. It's how just everything. You're everything to me, so thank you. And without any further ado, let's get into the energy reading. So there are 4 themes that I really picked up on for this new moon and solar eclipse. That's renewal. Now, with every new moon, we have an opportunity to begin fresh, to set our intentions, to plant new seeds in fertile, dark soil. However, there's something that is powering this new moon, and that is this solar eclipse. The second theme I picked up on is big changes. We're going to have some sort of really big and surprising change in our lives. Now, there is a way to kind of get on top of this a little bit, and I'm going to talk about how in just a little bit. The third one is a surprising opportunity, and the 4th is the opportunity for love and financial prosperity. Those are the 4 themes that have been picked up. Let's talk a little bit about why. So we're in Taurus season right now. Taurus season is really firmly grounded in self-care, and self-care when it comes to the senses. So how are you taking care of your physical body, your physical surroundings? Are you practicing self-care that incorporates some touch, scent, taste, all the senses really? Taurus season is also ruled by Venus, and how much do we love Venus in this community? We are total Venus lovers here, and Venus is bringing us the beauty, the love, the prosperity, and working with her during this time is always really, really effective. So maybe just kind of looking into her, looking into everything she represents, paying attention if you find like a penny on the floor or anything copper related, that is very Venusian. And she's gonna reach out to you. You're gonna see different symbolisms. Aphrodite also comes through her, and you can work with her. You can work with her to manifest, to call things in, to let go of things, to ask for new opportunities. I did my makeup differently, and I keep looking into the viewfinder because I feel like a different person. It's so funny how makeup can really change the vibe of a person, you know? So the solar eclipse, a little bit about solar eclipses in general. They bring us opportunities for big changes. Okay, they're not rare. We have them all year long, and we go through different cycles of of different types of eclipses, but they do give us this really potent opportunity to change our lives in a very drastic way. Now, it's of course on April 30th. I believe that the solar eclipse is at like 1:30 p.m. Pacific. I might be wrong, I'll list that in the description below. But we do experience the energy of the eclipse months before and months after. So it's all to do with this specific theme. So if there has been a pattern that's been coming up for you the last couple of months or so, it really is the time to deal with it now for good. Otherwise, it's going to be dealt with on your behalf by the eclipse. And usually that's not really in the best way that we want it to be. Sometimes it will be in a really good way. So there really is this energy of being brave enough to persevere. And who are you going to become on the other side of this challenge? So for me, for example, I'm picking up on this pattern I have of running from confrontation. And because I've been running from it, it's been coming up in my life in so many different ways. I've had to deal with things in relationships, friendships, family, business, in every single way where I am dealt with a situation in which I have to initiate some sort of confrontation, some sort of conversation that I really don't want to have. I'd rather everybody just, let's just all leave each other alone. Let's just all be good, peace, harmony, balance, right? But because I'm not dealing with it, it keeps coming closer and closer and closer into my life. So if I keep running from it because it's uncomfortable, then during this eclipse, I might experience that the universe forces me to confront, to deal with this in a very powerful way in which I'm going to have to just surrender to it. Or I can deal with it a few days before the eclipse, sit down and have this conversation and get this taken care of. Do it my way rather than have it be forced open. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Now, if you are brave enough to take this responsibility into your own hands and not leave it up to the universe to do it for you, you're going to experience a really positive change during this time. Something good is going to happen. If you've been running away from change, remember that whatever we resist will persist, and our fearlessness at this time will be rewarded. So the type of changes that you can expect are maybe a new relationship, a new career opportunity, a new job, maybe shifting your careers or ending one chapter of your life in a very positive way in order to open up the opportunity of something new. Maybe moving somewhere. Maybe you're getting geared up to move somewhere. So yeah, be on top of things. So that's the changes aspect of this. On a societal level, I do feel a lot of shakiness in the world still. We have been experiencing this people versus government versus society and for a very long time. That's going to continue. Inflation is going to continue. We're not seeing it going down. However, on a personal individual level, I do feel like it is a very positive solar eclipse and a very, very positive new moon. And that's been the sentiment as well of other renowned astrologers. So I tend to really trust that intuition. It's an uplifting, positive time that we're going through. And this solar eclipse is actually going to have a very big influence on humans. Astronomical events really do affect us. And the more highly sensitive among us feel these things even more. So we do want to be mindful and aware of how to navigate these energies to the best of our ability in order to go through it gracefully, not have things ripped away from us or thrown at us that force us to change, right? There's a lot of Uranus energy right now. Uranus is the awakener. Uranus is going to bring our attention to things we haven't been seeing before. A surprising turn of events, fate or destiny taking you a different way than you expected. And this could be very positive. It could also show up as surprising new technology or innovation on the larger scale. On an individual level, this is a time for rest and for self-care. As I was saying, how Taurus season is the season for self-care. I had a picture of, those paintings of people laying leisurely beneath an olive tree with grapes in their mouths on a daybed, watching the world go by. And that's very much the energy that I'm picking up on right now. So this is a time for self-care. So the theme of renewal and walking away from the old, this is really big right now because you might be confronted very soon with an opportunity to return to something from your past, whether it be in a habit or an old friendship or an old relationship. This is a good time to do that because our old story has been crumbling. I know I'm not the only one. I've connected with many of you out there. You've all said the same thing. We're having these tower moments where everything is falling down. The old way is breaking down. The old paradigm is no more, and it's time to embrace the new. However, we will be confronted with a situation in which we can accept the old, and it's kind of like a challenge to us. Like, are you willing to settle for less? Are you willing to sell yourself short? Yes or no? Because you can have it that way, or you can have perfect faith that exactly what you've been looking for, that opportunity, that person, that friendship, that career, that home is here already. You just have to align to it. There is something so much more beautiful in store for us. And so I ask you to do this with me and to release anything that's no longer serving, anything that keeps coming back from the past. You got rid of it for a reason. You said goodbye to it a long time ago for a reason, or maybe it's time to finally really let go. Do so with grace, do so with humility, do so with compassion. We're not here to burn bridges. We're here to just, this is what's peace for me right now. I love you, or I really appreciated this opportunity, but this is not for me anymore. If you don't know what this is, it's very likely that the Uranus energy is going to reveal and awaken you to the fact that there is something in your life that you need to let go of to make space for something new. So it's possible that you may have had an inkling of this specific thing that you needed to let go of during the first new moon of this month, and it became a lot more front and center, a lot more lit up during the full moon, and now it's really time. Like, you've had enough signs, you've had enough hints. Let's do this. Let's let it go. The next theme I wanted to talk about is surprising opportunity. And of course, this goes hand in hand with the other things. If you are willing to be brave enough to walk away from this thing with grace, with humility, with compassion, if you're willing to change what needs to be changed, maybe it's your diet, maybe it's your routine, maybe whatever it is in your life that needs to be changed without having it done for you by external natural forces, by the universe, you will be surprised with a big new opportunity. Something to do with creativity is coming for you. And I'd love for you to comment below what you think it is or what it ends up being if you come back to watch and reassess, as a lot of you do in past readings. And then the last theme that's coming up for me is love and financial prosperity. And of course, this is all that Venus energy. Venus is definitely with us. She is amplified by Jupiter, by the Jupiter Pisces energy that we have. And there's like this beautiful portal of opportunity opening to us by all these benefics. It's a really good time to manifest, call things in, ask for what you want. Have faith that it's coming, especially in the areas that Jupiter and Venus ring. And I am feeling that around the new moon, right around April 30th, that a significant opportunity that is a blessing, might be a blessing in disguise, but it's going to be kind of like this surprising opportunity when it comes to a career or love is going to come for us. So let's talk about what to do during this time. The first thing I'd like you to do is to set an intention for the next month ahead, for this next lunar cycle. What do you want to call in for this month? What do you want to work on? What do you want to improve? What are you ready to have in your life? Make sure that you're practicing self-care, especially through the senses, and especially in a luxurious type of way. Now, luxury is going to be different for each one of us. For me, for example, there's this holistic facial masseuse that I found in the city here in Los Angeles, and I've been really wanting to go to her, but I haven't found the time. And this is the perfect time, right around the new moon. This is the time where Venus wants us to really take care of ourselves, and facial holistic massage is perfect for that. So I booked one right for the new moon as my little ritual. You want to be meditating and journaling, of course, as always in this time, and I'm going to give you journal prompts to explore in just a moment. And I want you to be out in nature. And of course, being out in nature is always good, but especially when we are in this earthy sign that wants us to enjoy the beauty of the natural world, especially getting into Mother Nature, bare feet in the dirt, get into a cave only if it's safe. Please don't get eaten, please. And just soak in nature. Let yourself be rejuvenated and renewed in nature. And lastly, I wanted to give you some journaling prompts. So the first one is, what is something new I want to create for myself? Number 2, what is something I know I need to change? Number 3, what is one thing I am calling in for this lunar cycle? And number 4, what skill do I want to explore this month? Maybe cooking or building something new or something, creative graphic design. Maybe take a new class for something that gets you kind of in the body and just practicing a hobby or a skill. Choose something for yourself. Make that time for yourself. So that's it for my energy reading for the new moon and partial solar eclipse in Taurus. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you have a very positive and beneficial time with this energy, with this opportunity, this cosmic, beautiful opportunity that we are given from the Creator, from the divine itself. I hope you enjoy it, and I want to know what ends up happening for you. Give me some good news. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so right now. Join the Bee community and leave a comment to let me know what you enjoyed, what you're looking forward to, or what ended up happening, what has happened. I love you so much. Thank you for supporting Alchemy too. Remember to use New Moon for 15% off. And until next time, keep your vibrations way, way, way up. Bye.